Hello and welcome back to Alchemy Factory. In our last episode, we got our tiny amount of Saturns being made, and then we continued our work toward other things. Decided to take a look at or deal with the excess sand from the small Saturn production to refine it into refined sand through a chain all the way down to fully refined sand. And then I stopped it there for right now, but we do need to actually keep that going. We could do something a little bit better, perhaps with this layout, but I was just amusing myself with it. We'll fix it sometime later. And then we have some of the rock salt getting ground into salt here, although it's going to fill up pretty soon unless I need more. I do need more for some quests here. But at the end of the episode, when I was fiddling with this, I put down a priority splitter instead of a filter splitter. So I broke this thing, and I just got it fixed up and whatnot. After the episode. So we are no longer producing excess sand here, so I think we can safely take this box out. And then I got one sand in my pocket, of course, because that's how these things work. Give me this and that, and I will just throw this sand out there, and then I can pick it back up again. Not the right color, so that's fine, but that's fine. So so this will stop, though. This will stop producing once the salt is backed up in here. It'll stop producing the excess sand. But we are getting 40 sand per minute out of here, which is exactly one machine's worth of sand, or refined sand, rather, and then it goes through the whole process down to here. And where does it go from there? Well, it goes into, if I can find the right buttons here, it goes into this. Fully refined sand becomes crude shards, which we are also going to start making, hopefully today, but soon anyway, with along with the malachite, so that we can take all of these and refine them through this entire crystal refinement process into perfect diamonds. The perfect diamonds then are used in a cauldron recipe that we now know about. Can any of these? Yes, these diamonds can be sold. Okay, so the diamond can be sold. The adamant and before cannot be, all the way back, and the perfect diamonds cannot be. These also can be used in a cauldron recipe to make rubies. But we don't have pure gold dust, and we don't have resonant catalysts yet. We don't have world tree cores. Wow. Growth requirement, 3 million vita. And then unstable catalysts. Those actually we do just about have. In that, well, they're nearby in the tech tree here. Pocket watches, black powder. That is saleable and is used as a fuel. Interesting. And then we have growth potion, which actually has fertility value, but I don't know if that's going to be worth it to make into to use as actual fertilizer. Vita, that is. So let's do some of these quests, and then I want to show you a couple other things. We need 1 Jupiter and 80 bearings. Take one of those and 80 copper bearings. Okay. Do one at a time. Wait, didn't I pick up a Jupiter? I apparently did not pick the Jupiter up. How did I manage to not pick that up when I clicked on it? Okay. I needed a shift click on it, apparently. And I didn't do that. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I didn't do that. The next one, 16 mortars, 30 healing potions, and 90 wooden pulleys. That's kind of a nice... and I did this too. I rebuilt the wood production over here, and the stone production stuff over here. And then I just took them out of that corner and finished the walls and the floor, finally. So, 16 mortars. Oops. And I do have the box. I could have just dumped them. Healing potions and pulleys. Some of these things, i.e. pulleys, are still reliant upon the old fertilizer build, which we'll want to resolve at some point. But at this point, I don't, because, let's see, healing potions are... because I think we're actually already using all the fertilizer we're making. So it's not something that I really want to do at this point. And then 320 salt, 300 bronze rivets. We're going to probably need to expand the storage of rivets. No, actually we don't. I lied. You give me this, split that, put this back, put that back. 320 salt is upstairs now. 2 Saturns, we might not have that yet. Let's actually go check that first. Saturns, we have, at the moment, 1. Unless there's still 1 for sale. There's not. So we need to wait until the 73% is done anyway. So I'm going to not worry about this one. I also just picked this one up this morning, although that was 20... Well, no, it's like 17 hours ago. So we have 4 days on this one. So it'll be fine. I'll just keep this other stuff in my pocket for now, excluding the salt. Because I don't think I want basically 4 stacks of salt in my inventory. We could, though, drop off these extra healing potions, just so that we don't have them taking up space. Transformation potions, I should keep. The vitality potions that I have. Actually, I do want to do something else with the transformation potions. We need to do a couple of upgrades. Inventory needs 80 of them, and potion belt needs 120 of them. So let's do this to get better inventory, bigger inventory. And that goes to 5, which is going to need pocket watches and rivets. And then let me grab 120 plus 60, 180 more of them. Can I get 20 reasonably? Let's see. 10. Probably wasn't the wisest thing to do. 6 and 3 and 1 is 10 more. Put those back. I think that math works out right. 180, that's 120 plus 60, yes. Okay, so what I want to do today is work on Malachite, and we'll do that while we wait for the Saturn to produce. And there's a couple different things, a couple different ways we can get the impure copper powder that we need for Malachite. One of those is we could rebuild this entire copper maker setup, which leads us to needing to process all the copper we make out of it into coins. I did a little bit of math, not full math, but a little bit of math. We're earning at this point 3,000 copper per minute. We are spending on copper production a whole bunch of iron, plus fuel via this, but it's not all of this, and fertilizer, which, as you can see, is a little bit sparse on the belt, as previously mentioned. So we could do a couple of different things. The first thing we could add that up somehow, and the way we could add that up is to say, well, we're using 12 iron ingots every 10 minutes, so 1.2 iron ingots per minute. Those cost us 1,200 copper. So 1,200 copper times 1.2 is 1,440 copper. And we are making 3,000 copper from doing all of it. Now, of course, that's not factoring in the value of the fuel. That's not factoring in the value of the fertilizer. But as long as the fuel and the fertilizer added together do not come up to anywhere near the cost of the iron, we're still making profit on the entire copper build, even if all of it goes into copper coins, which it won't, because some of it's going into copper bearings, some of it's going into bronze rivets, and so we could duplicate this whole build. There's one of those flares again. But, as I said, fertilizer is a bit of a struggle. So we could, of course, build another fertilizer build. But then if we do that, we would not only need to do that, but we'd also need to build a bigger Jupiter build too, or something else to take the wood, or destroy the wood. I don't really want to destroy it, so I don't feel like that's the wise thing to do. If we put it into the Jupiter build, well, we could stop feeding in the logs directly to fill in the spaces, and then we would still have, this is 4 belts going out on 5 belts, 4 belts worth of content, I should say, 4 belts worth of planks, so we'd have 8 belts worth of planks, so we'd have 3 extra belts worth of planks coming into this, or coming into this Jupiter build. Let's go ahead and click all this stuff. We've sold a Saturn. Okay. 150 coins for the Saturn, so it might be worth expanding that build sooner rather than later. But I don't know that I want to do that right now either. yes, producing more Jupiters would be great because I can put them into researching more upgrade points, and then we can actually do some upgrades, but I don't think I want to do that right now. Maybe later, but I also suspect, other than the growth potion, which we do have coming, there may be yet another fertilizer coming. Maybe. Not sure yet. Or I don't know, but I'm just guessing there may be another fertilizer coming. So if there is, then we would want to use that, or maybe we use this, depending on what those ingredients are there. We get sulfur powder, maybe. It's yellow anyway. And clay powder, and whatever the blue liquid is. Yellow powder in a bowl. That's probably, oh, it's chamomile powder. Okay. And then the blue liquid is brine, which is gotten from salt. Okay. Well, we know how we can make salt, and we know what we can do with the excess sand that comes from making the salt, so that's kind of good. And then what was the other thing? I forgot already. Oh, clay powder, I think is what it was, or whatever. I think it was clay powder. So I don't want to do this either. So I don't want to expand our fertilizer build. I'm a little nervous about the fact that it's not coming out full tilt here. Like, what's going on? Is that just because we're stealing some of the mushrooms? I think it is, actually, to go that way for whatever that's going on over there, which is, what, vitality potions? Yeah, because I stole some, so it's getting used, which means we're producing even less fertilizer when I do that. So I don't want to produce less fertilizer. I don't want to necessarily double this at this point in my life, so we're not going to do that method either. So doubling copper is not in question right now. The third, or another option, is to start experimenting with cauldron recipes. I'm not sure how I want to treat cauldrons yet. I was told there is a calculator website where you can punch in what you want to get out of the cauldron, and it'll give you the recipe for what you need to put into it. I've also been given some hints as to how I might get impure copper out of the cauldron, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet if I want to go down that route. Why are you sparse? Fertilizer. Dang it. This is the end of the line. We're using a lot, but we're not getting a lot. Not getting enough. That's a problem too. Well, we might have to build more fertilizer. So I'm not sure how I want to handle that either. So I think what I'm going to do at this point is the third option. How I want to handle the cauldrons. That's because we can experiment with them, and I may experiment with them, but I think that I'll probably end up having to use the website just because I won't want to spend all the time to do all the experimentation. We'll try maybe some fiddling with some of the possibilities of recipes based on the hints that I've been given, but at some point I'm just going to probably give up and use the website. So, but the third option, besides rebuilding copper or doubling copper and using the cauldron, is to not make as much bronze. Maybe to split the bronze evenly instead of using the priority splitter, and or allow it to come even priority the other way to go into making malachite. So I think I'm going to do that option. So in order to make malachite, we need to have 2 impure copper powder every 12 seconds. So that's 1 every 6, and 6 clay powder every 12 seconds, which is 1 every 2 seconds. So let's start with the clay build, 1 every 2 seconds, and see what that will take to do. 1 every 2 seconds means 2 machines making clay, and those are made in a grinder from the clay, or 2 machines making clay powder. Those are here, 2 of those, and then that means we need to have the same amount of machines making clay at an assembler. So that'll be that one right there. And then clay is done. So that makes 4 a minute, which means we're making 8 a minute. 4 a minute. No, 15 a minute for every 4 seconds. So we need to make some charcoal powder, and we need to make some sand. Now, we could, of course, get the charcoal powder from using the excess planks from another fertilizer build. But I think I'm just going to build what we need for it. So this recipe is we're gonna need a total of 1 full belt of charcoal powder and 2 full belts of sand. And I think I'm just gonna do it the way we have it done over here, more or less. 1 full belt of charcoal is 4 of these. Wait a dang minute. Oh, because I'm fueling them themselves. Right, because we get. So I need to have 4 crucibles making charcoal, which is 2 wood thingies, and then 4 grinders. Which means 2 stone furnaces. I'm not going to do the other thing, although we could do the stacking thing. Maybe that's better. The difference is, that's not where it's at. It's not there either. The difference is that it's going to require more fuel, more heat to power it. So if we did 4 of these, that's 24, plus 1 furnace is 25. If we did 4 of these, that's 16, plus 2 furnaces, that's 18. This is cheaper. So we'll do the, we'll do 4 crucibles making charcoal, and then we'll need to have 16 grinders making sand, because these are 5 per minute. No, it's 24 grinders making sand if we use these ones, because it would be 12 of these is 1 full belt. So because it's 12 seconds a piece, so 12 makes 1 per second. So we need 2 full belts. That's 24 grinders making sand, and whatever it was else I said. So I think I can fit this in over here. I guess I should have maybe put those down there further, or even along the front wall instead, but I didn't think about this. But I do want to have the output of this somewhat near this, so that we can take the impure copper off of here and into here. So, I mean, this could be turned around, I guess, and it could come this way. 12 grinders or 6 of the big grinders. What's the value difference there? Let's see here. I mean, it just cost me steel gears. We could just do 6 of those. Or, sorry, we need 24 grinders. 12 a belt, so there'll be 6 a belt of these. That would be fine. At least in theory. Let's do 6 and 6. Weird that it does that sometimes. I don't know if it's me or it probably is me. So then this would be how much stone? If 3 stone is a full belt, then it would be 6 total stone grinders. And so I could do something like this, and then I could stack them. We were toying with the concept of stacking in the chat. I can't use these; they don't fit under them. They'll fit on top of them, but they don't fit under them. We could do beams to support them, because I could even do like a 5 beam like this, with supports underneath, and then have them across there like that, across here like this, and then have the other ones on top. So we could do that. That would be fine. Let's see about doing that. I'm gonna have to have belts going in here, or rather the portal stones. Let me put up, before I get too far ahead of myself, a single portal stone here, and a single box coming out. I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why. And then I want to fetch in some portal stones here. I do have a bunch. Why did I have a bunch of portal stones bought? Bought them for some reason. Oh, I know I bought them. I bought them for these. And it's not time yet, because they are still unloading their belt supply. But we can buy some more of these. And then what I can do is buy also goop like this, and have this set up here, hopefully not in my way, where I can buy whatever I want from those. So let's do, I want to put up 1 portal here, just so I can see what the spacing and things look like. Just going to remove the recipe for now. Actually, that won't work with the supports, or will it? Maybe it will. maybe I can make this work. If I used blocks here and here, and then I used a beam here, and I did the same thing on the other side. Can I use steel beams down that span? One too many. No, can't do that. I mean, I could go with a bigger steel beam, but I don't really want to do the bigger steel beam. But that doesn't help me much. Was there something else that I had not unlocked yet, had not learned yet, that would give me the ability to support these things in a better way? Someone told me there was, but I don't remember what they said, or if I'm just being thick about how to build these things. And I thought it was these, but they're not wide enough to do. They're not big enough. So I think... Well, the other option is to pull these purchasing portals back by one and put a belt in. And then in that case, I don't even need the bigger beams, because I could just... Or I could. Just didn't have that. No, I can't, because those are too low then. But I actually don't need that. Yes, go ahead. Just do this and this. That doesn't help me any then, does it? Maybe it does. I would just need... No, because I can't get the support over here then. I'd have to go up higher. It should be fine. I can change that in a minute. But I could do this then. It's quite expensive. And I don't think there's that much value to it. I'm going to take it out. So unless there's another way to reasonably build a framework on top of this, I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to have these be more spread out linearly and bring them in together instead of stacking more vertically. Well, actually, I have another option. Oh, that's an even better option. It'll only hold 2 of them, but what I could do is have blocks or something on the ends. And that's where I can have my third ones. Yeah, I need 2 sets of blocks on this end, though. I could do it like this. And then do the beam here. Like a Jenga puzzle here. And then do insufficient materials. Oh, planks. Let's see, planks. Where did I put the planks at? Right there. And one of these goes here. So that can be the upper ones, and these can be the lower ones. I will need to, of course, have room here for the portals to come in, though, which means lab stands. But I need to put lab stands here. Some of here, anyways, for the upper belt of sand, so that will be fine. I think I'll go with that option, but I need to do this so that they're the same, because they're not the same right now. The same, by the same, I mean that they are lined up like this. Take these out. Okay. So, and then we'll just build that structure as we go with the portal stones. So this will drop down, or this will go out on belts. Actually, I don't even think I need this much space here. B, T, that's what I should have done earlier. I didn't. 2 of those. 2 of those. And 2 of those. And then we'll do the same from above. That won't work. That won't work the way that I wanted it to. Alright, well then, these come back one more again, where I had them. That I totally did on purpose. Totally on purpose. And then I can just have the lifts come out. This one could go straight in. These other ones can't. So let's do that. You'll be going across here like this. But then you'll need to have a portal, lab stand there, and I'm going to do this one consistently because I want to. Let's see. You'll go this way. You'll go this. Hi. And you'll go from here this way. No. There we go. You come out here, here, and here. And then we do lifts number 4 like this. Boom and boom. Okay, so that'll take care of the inputs for the sand grinding. And then the 2 output belts for sand go into here. And then they also need the charcoal, which we already talked about. So let's take a copy of some of this here. I'm actually just going to take this, actually just one of those. Let's F that and bring it over here. Let's see that, this. Well, think I should change it to be like this. I think I should do this and T and spin that around. I'm thinking these go over here someplace, and this could actually go right in here. But this brings in wood worth... Oh, I need 2 of these. Well, I need some more of these, I should say. This brings in wood worth 2 wood saw thingies. And then the fuel comes in from this line that's not there yet, brought around from this point that is not ready yet. Oh man, fertilizer's getting worse. Because I'm still using bloom fungus. Okay. I might need... This might be the solution. I might need... No, I can't do that either. How much bloom fungus are we possibly using here? 30. Up to 30 a minute. Which means that that's up to 5 of these. Probably not in practicality, but up to. What I might want to do... But I gotta be careful not to merge them into one belt too early. I might want to rebuild this to make it less insane. That's one of the things I might want to do. And then I could take... I could add more of these. Maybe 4 more of them. Have the first couple of belts merge sooner. Split off the fungus going that way, and then have the rest of the fungus coming this way through a complicated merge process. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do about this, other than build more of this. Yeah. Okay, well, that's getting worse, so that's great. We're using way, way, way too much fertilizer for the production at this point. Look how sparse that is. That's disturbing. All right, I will probably do that off camera, though. I want to get this built so we can at least look at it today. So fuel needs to come in here, which we talked about bringing over. This takes in 2 plank thingies. I think I'm going to do this instead for symmetry reasons. And then that comes out of there, goes directly into here. And then the sand comes out of here and goes directly into here. So these could drop down. We have 2 spaces here, though. T to toggle. 2 grinders like this. This goes away. F. And then that goes into what? I've already forgotten what this is made in. An athanor. So we need more heat than here. Maybe like this. Maybe like this, actually, would be best. Like that. Athanor. Malachite would come out here. The crude diamonds would come out on this side, or the whatever they are. Crystal thingies would come out on this side. The impure copper powder would come from this way instead of going up here. So we would take this out. And we would just maybe change these to be regular splits, some kind. And then bring that into here. And then this comes up this way and into there. Like that. I like it. Let's take this here. Blueprint and T. Over to here someplace. Can get coins in this way. That would be fine because I already have them right there anyway. Have them right here on this belt anyway, so I could just continue them into these. We'll have to build that structure up. So let's do this. 1 belt of sand comes out of the bottom, goes into the far one. And then these need to have some structure up here. This and like this. Lifts from here. And here. You'll do this, you'll do that. And then this other one comes across to this point and gets lifted down into here. So we need a lab stand. Right keys. Right keys. There we go. This way. And you'll come out this way and into there. And then I just need to build up some structure here. So I'm going to do that with some more lab stands. Here to there. That one is fine. And then I think I will use some beams of the 5 length nature here to do this. And then the 3 length nature to do this. I guess I probably need another lab stand here. Can I now get portals in here properly? Let's see. Here. Yes, I'll need to have a belt, though, which I didn't think about. Let's open this up. And use blocks here. Here. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I need to have... This needs to go all the way over here, doesn't it? Yes. Take these out. And then I can do just 2 of the longer beams. That. Like that. Okay, portal. We'll go here. Oh, I need to have beams on top of that as well. Okay, portals will go here. You are a stone portal. Those. Okay, I just bought the ones that I need to put in here too. Actually, I can't put those in now. That can go. No, it can't. Doggone it. Well, you know what? I need stone over here anyway. I will make this work. Take this out. Take this out. There. Here. 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 Let's do... Let's toss across here. You go there. Catapult goes here. I have one back there already, so this just goes into there. I put 2 goops in each of these, so that's good. I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 14, 16, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, you get 1 and 2 of these. Like them in the ladder slots for no good reason. Before I start feeding coins into this thing and have it be stuck up there. And I technically don't need to do this for stone and wood, but I'm going to anyway. That's getting close to being done too. We need to have 1 extra space here for these. I think there and there would be perfect, so that I can get fuel in here. For that, I'm going to need a number 9, lower, and I think I'll catch it. Oh, I wanted to do it on this side, didn't I? Because I wanted to pass it that way. Not going to be able to pass it that way unless I toss it, but I can toss it. It's fine. So that will be good, and then I'll do this. We'll catch here with a one of these. Oopsie. One of these. This will go in here, and then this will go right there, and we'll catch again over here. You there. And then these will get lifts and lab stands. Number that. Nails. Nails, 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 nails. Give me a bunch of nails. There. This one will lift up. Well, let's do the lifts first because it gets weird otherwise. Backwards. You go there. You go there. You need portals here. These are longer. Oh, yeah, they are longer. Okay. For wood. Doot, doot. I do still have that stone in my pocket? I do. Let me do this and that to get rid of it. You go there, and I'll still need to buy some more portal stones, but that'll be fine. The coin's got to come in. It's going to come in on that belt right there. So we're going to take this cross from here, there, to there. I also brought it in from this side, I guess, but it's fine. And then I need to also bring the coin from this point up to this point here. I will just do a spot to catch it. Now I'll put it down to a belt here. What do I want to do about this wood here? I'd like to get rid of it. Can I get rid of it? Sort of. Because I could shove it in here instead. How many do I have? A lot. Okay. Let me do one of these. Nope. There you go. Shove it in there instead. Did I put the goop in here? I did not. There and there. And that'll get used at least sooner. And I can just rig these up to go now. So you can belt or catapult in. I also need portal stones for those. Here. Here. And then I will catch, not with that, but with this from here, even though it's not really that efficient. That'll take care of that, get the coin flowing here, and then I need to catapult from here, hopefully, up to there. Excellent. So that should get this stuff going. So the sand is rolling, hopefully, in. It is, backed up. Clay will get going here shortly. I just need to get fuel in from here. So we need to bring fuel down. Fuel we are doing a little bit better on than fertilizer. I think I'll just bring this on down to the corner. And then put a catapult here. And then bring it over to this point somewhere. I would like to do it here, if I can. Yes, I can. And then this goes to a point somewhere roughly right in there. I think I will just copy this whole thing here. And F that. Put it right here. Actually change that slightly to a this kind. Then I can do one of these like this. And fire that over here maybe. Although I might have to do a little bit of tweaking with that a bit. If we catch this here, I need it to go like this, up on a lab stand though. Like this. And that'll go there. Wait, I was already bringing it here, Wally, you're an idiot. Alright, let's try this again. This is actually fine. I don't need that, I don't need this, I don't need this one like this, I need it like this. Still have that? No. Then we come down to this point and catch it again right here. There? Yes. One of these. One of these. You go there. You're throwing an error. And you go here. Need more rope. Where's my rope at? Way over there. So far away. Rope, rope, rope. One stack of rope. Here. To there. And there to there. That should do this. You guys are waiting on the fuel. We're getting that in there now. No, that's coins. I'm an idiot. Oh, shoot. Gotta just delete that whole belt. How did I do that? Oops. That's how I did it. You're supposed to be there. Idiot. Alright. You. I need to build this stuff again. There. there. Yeah, feeding money into a furnace does not produce heat. That's got to be redone too. There. Here. This is getting made. Sand is still not... What did I do? I had these at the wrong height? I do. Shoot! Those are all too high. Okay. Here, I can just do this. That was dumb. I was probably getting yelled at about that one. Actually, I should have just shifted these over by one. That would have been smarter. Let's grab this again. Here, there, and did I have any stone picked up? No, they didn't buy any because they didn't have anywhere to output it. That's one of the good things, is a lot of these things don't output unless they have somewhere for it to go. And then I do a number 7 here, and then I do this one there, and it's fine. I hope. Just G'd all 3 of those. I picked up enough coins to pay for it. Anyway, you're running, and this will be running hopefully soon. This is running, but now we need to tweak this part here. So I want to take these out. These out. Take this out completely. This out completely. This out completely. This out completely. I'm doing this one at a time because I don't want to screw this up any more than I already have done. So it comes out, and that just goes into there, so that was fine. These guys now come out into a... just I need regular splitting. We don't have regular splitting that could do this. I have to do this via just a regular old belt split method. Okay. I think what I will do then is... yeah, is take these over to here. Put them on the end. Take this out. Then I'll bring them out somehow. Maybe just lift them down this spot here, but spin this. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Now let's do some 9s here, or using some 0s there. And then I'll do maybe some 9Ts. This. And then we can take this lift out. And this goes, this whole belt here goes. F that. This comes out too, as does that. We have a lift here that goes like this, with these guys going into there. I have some extra... What are you supposed to be? Copper. Okay. This is bronze here. I'll give you that for now. I might pick it up again in a little while, but I'll give you it for now. These come out and get lifted up. I think I will do like this. Did that wrong. There. Lab stands here. This will lift back down again. Like this. And then from here, we come out and go that way. So it's more of an even split this way. I have a bunch of impure copper, which I'm going to force into here. So I think we can turn this malachite on now. This will come across. It needs to come down just a bit. Let's do this, and then this, and then this, and then that. I'm waiting. Then we can go deal with our quest for the day, and I think we'll be okay. This will need to come out. Malachite comes out this way. The crystals can come out this way. This gets set here, and you can have that. Get you started. And lift this down. That. And this down. Like that. I'm going to put them both into boxes for the moment. Having trouble here. There and there. Green boxes, in fact. We have one of these, and we'll soon have one of those, I hope. We already have one. Okay, good. And that'll do for now. We need to sell those at the store, which means we need to fire them all the way over to wherever we put the jewelry, which at the moment is here, although that's coming from here. I might move that over to this spot maybe somewhere, so we don't have to fire it quite as far unnecessarily. But we can deal with that at some point. Saturns. Let me see if I have a couple Saturns in this box. I do. And there's no more left. Salt is here. Let's take 1, 2, 3. And I'd like to grab 20 easily. Like to. How fast will that go? Not fast enough for me. Split, split. Put. Let's see. 18, 20. 320, and then 181 wooden pulleys. Yep, all of them for now. We'll put the rest of them away in a minute. It's 30 more. You get this. Ooh, we had urgent request. 3 Jupiters. I can probably do that. You need to do it fast, though. Like really, really fast. G. Oh, that was 4. Go. Those are worth 30. That was 180. So that was 200% markup. I didn't read. Oh, another Jupiter and a Saturn. And the linen, we'll have to do that tomorrow, because I don't think we have another Saturn yet. We may not have another Saturn, but we'll see. I'm going to put this in here for now, just to block the spot. The day has ended. We'll have to see if we get another Saturn before the end of the day tomorrow. Wow. Yeah. 5 gold. Gold. Alright, so what I want to do is put these pulleys away. And sort this. Our first gold rewards. And so now we have a few malachites and a few of these crystals. We can make more of them with the sand we're making upstairs. I think maybe I'll bring those over to this area and refine them into diamonds next time. The malachite we can send over to the store next time as well. And then we will see where we can go from here. I do have Saturn right here. I could steal that one. No, I can't because you just bought it. That's fine. I need to dump my cash in here. You and maybe half of this would be good. All of this would be grand. And then I have bearings on me and stuff, but that's okay. I can put those away. So we'll leave this here for now, and we'll see where we get to in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me. Have a good one. Bye for now.